That's not a good sign to hear. Don't sink. What do you mean? Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It's been some pretty dreary weather in upstate South Carolina the past week, and as much as I'd like to actually go fly and do some instrument approaches in real life, you know, flying ain't cheap. But you know what is cheap is a simulator. So let's throw some real world weather on, which is what I have right now, and let's go shoot some ILS approaches at GSP. I'm not sure if it'll actually take us down to minimums or not. We'll find out, but yeah, let's do it. Oh, what I would give to have a Skyhawk that was actually a G1000 at my flight school. That would be so nice. Oh, it's even got a fuel pump. Yeah, ours don't even have a fuel pump. That's nice. All right, so beacon's on. Mixture in. Fuel cutoff is on. Throttle slight. Let's fire this puppy up, baby. Yeah, good start. I don't think I have ATC turned on in the game. Can I get like actual METAR from Navgraph? Does it provide that? I don't even know. So I couldn't get it from Navgraph, so I'm just gonna pull up ForeFlight on my phone, and I'm gonna get the METAR currently from GSP. Currently winds are 020 at 7, visibility's 5, overcast 500, light rain, temp 14, dew point 12, altimeter 3006. Let's get that set in. What we'll do is we'll go direct. So let's do this. Let's get the avionics on first. Let's do nearest airport. Direct to GSP. And we'll do the ILS runway 4. Got our good old Jepson charts. So we'll probably take off runway 4. We'll come out here and then I'll vector us in, and we'll come in and we'll shoot the approach. Let's do a quick little, we'll do a little brief in the air, so we'll come back to that. Let's do vectors. Since we're gonna be vectoring, let me pull that back up real quick, take a look at our minimums. Minimums for this approach for a straight and landing ILS runway 4 with the current local altimeter is 1,147. That down there for right now. 1,147. Put on barrel. 1,150 will be good. Activate the approach. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take off, and we'll fly runway heading for now 040. Climb and maintain 3,000, and we'll go from there. So let's taxi down to the runway, and unfortunately it's runway 4, which is all the way down there. So this might be a long taxi. Okay, oh my gosh, I'm not taxiing all the way down here. We are taking an intersection departure. This has been such a long taxi. I can't do this no more. We're taking an intersection departure. All right, strobe lights on, landing lights on. Which one's pitot heat? Pitot heat is on. Altitude's bugged, everything's good. We're gonna assume I already got my takeoff clearance. All right, let's go. Rotate. Working the rudder on this thing is challenging. There we go. Positive rate gear up. if I had gear. Heading to FLC. Autopilot. Alright, autopilot's on. Climbing up to 3,000. As we're climbing up, we're gonna do a right turn. We're gonna do like a 120 heading, maybe give or take 130. Oh gosh, zooming in. Now, I'm gonna use the autopilot to assist me getting over there, but I'm gonna try to hand fly this puppy all the way down. You know, now I'm looking at it though, it might not be low IFR. We might break out pretty early. So, it is what it is, you know, we'll do it either way. All right, now that we're at 3,000, we're gonna turn, and we're basically put ourselves in a right downwind. So let's turn, and let's head like a, let's say 210 for right now. We got some good soup outside the airplane. You can kind of faintly see the ground, but we got some good soup. This would be some great IFR practicing weather right now. Doesn't appear to be too windy. Man, there's some good cloud actual time right now. Sheesh. All right, while we're kind of being vectored down here, let's go through a quick little approach brief for this ILS approach into runway 4 at GSP. So as we can see, GSP, ILS runway, or localizer runway 4 into Greenville Spartanburg Airport. ATIS is 134.25. We're not listening to that in the simulator, but in real life we would be listening to it. We would also be talking to Greer approach on 118.8. We would possibly be talking to 135.35 Atlanta Center if approach is not open. Tower is 120.1, or that's also the CTAF, and ground is 121.9. Localizer course is 109.3. If we pull this out of the way, can I minimize this? 109.3 is active right down there. If we could try, I think it might actually pick it up. Let's try listening to it. Maybe it doesn't pick up. Might not pick up. In real life, this would probably pick up right about here, give or take. All right, localizer final approach course is 038. If we pull this down, 039 actually in the simulator. Just a hair off, but that's okay. That's probably, oh, no, cancel. What am I doing here? Actually, hitting buttons. We should intercept the glide slope at Moldy right here at 2,300 feet. ILS decision altitude is conditional, of course, is 1,147 feet. We have it bugged at 1,150. Airport elevation is 964. Touchdown zone elevation is 947. Missed approach, climb to 3,000, right turn direct to the Spartanburg VOR, and we will hold there. You can see right here, here's our missed approach. Some notes here, DME is required. We have GPS to substitute for DME, even though I think the G1000 will have DME, so that's okay. That actually will work. Use local altimeter setting. If not received, use Greenville downtown's altimeter setting and pilot controlled lighting on 120.1. We're at 3,000. I'll probably vector us out here a little before Oxby, and we'll hit inbound on Oxby, descend down to 2,300. Where at Moldy, we will intercept the glide slope. That is also where we will configure to land. Actually, looking at this approach out here, we might not go all the way out to Oxby. That's pretty far. I'll just send us down a little earlier, and we'll intercept before Moldy, or we'll intercept the localizer before Moldy. Moldy, like I said, is the final approach fix. At that point, we will configure to land, so gear will be down, even though it's already down in this plane. Flaps will come down, and we'll slow down to our final approach speed, where we will follow the tracking the glide slope down till our decision altitude of 1,147 feet. If at any point during the approach we lose glide slope, we will switch to our localizer minimums of 1,320 with RVR 24. Forgot to mention RVR for the ILS is 1.8, or that's half a mile visibility. We just need a note before Jakova, if we do lose the localizer or the glide slope before then, the minimums at Jakova is 1460, and then after Jakova, then we can descend down to our localizer minimums of 1320. Beautiful approach briefing is complete. Let's move this down out here real quick. Let's descend down to 2,500. Bring some power back, vertical speed. Maybe a little too much power back. I've been flying the jets in this game so much recently, I'm not used to the Skyhawk. 600 foot per minute descent. I can't move the map over. I was going to try to move it over. There's Moldy right there, so that is our final approach fix. Like I said, we're going to pretend we're getting vectored by ATC. We'll come out here and probably intercept right around in here somewhere. You can actually see the glide slope right there coming up. I switch to the localizer 1. There we go. Should be able to put a bearing needle up. That should actually give us our... Does it not give DME? I'm not 100% very familiar with the G1000s. I thought that would give us DME. I guess not. Whoever's familiar with how to use DME on a G1000, let me know. I don't know what I'm doing. I love this. I can already see the comments. Flight instructor doesn't know how to use a G1000. All right, calm down. Planes we usually use at our flight school are two Garmin G5s and a G650 or GTN 650. Kind of a little dumbed down version of the G1000, but man, it'd be fun to be flying with the G1000, right? I did forget to mention we're going to be a Category A approach. So our speeds will be a little bit lower for a Category A approach. Approach speeds. If we sped up, then we'd obviously join the Category B approach. We'd need higher RVR. Excuse me, no, we don't actually for the full ILS. RVR is still the same no matter what. Although if we got all the way up to Category C on the localizer, then our RVR would change. But I highly doubt we're going to get a little Cessna up to Category C approach speeds. This looks like a pretty good distance. Let's turn right heading 300 for right now. Like I said, when I get closer, I'll hand fly this puppy down, but just kind of set us up, get us vectored on track. You get practice. Yeah, I can already see the ground. We might break out real early. We might not even get down to minimums. What I'm gonna do is I have a replay tool. I'm gonna start recording from right here, and if we get down, it's not minimums. We're gonna pop it back out, and we'll put it at minimums. we're gonna descend down. We're gonna fly for minimums one way or another, or fly down to minimums. Hear that rain? That rain is coming down. Skyhawk 737 Whiskey Alpha, turn right heading 360. Maintain 2,500 till established on the localizer. Cleared ILS approach runway 4. And we'd say right heading 360, 2,500 till established, and cleared ILS approach runway 4. I actually overshot the localizer just a little bit. That's fine. I waited a little long. This is why I'm not an ATC controller. I'm working on it, actually. That's a topic for another video. Not a real life ATC controller, but a pretend one on VATSIM. That's a topic for another video. We'll talk about that another day. We are on our localizer, so you know what I'm gonna do? Autopilot is off. Let's hand fly this puppy. All right, maintaining 2,500. We can actually go ahead and descend down to 2,300. Some might argue you want to stay at 2,500, just intercept glide slope here to keep it stabilized, but the preferred method by the FAA is you go down to the next minimum. So we're gonna step down to 2,300. This is where we will hold until we intercept the glide slope here. You can see the glide slope needle is coming down. So when we intercept that here at 2,300 is when we will configure. And we even got the GPS callouts up there in 3 seconds, 2, 1. Let's start bringing our power back and keep pulling back just to help us get our speed down. Go ahead and turn the landing lights on. Intercept. Bring some more power back. We're just a little fast. I need to get in the white arc for us to configure. If it will slow down. Come on, baby. That's the negative about these Cessnas in the simulator. They're too powerful. Their engines are too brand new. It's hard to slow them down. I'm going to trim nose down just a little bit to help us get down. There we go. We're a little above glide slope. No problem whatsoever. Set my camera up here. There we go. Recapture glide slope, though. We're just a little bit to the right of it. Speed looks good. We're just a little bit left, of course. So I'm going to slowly kind of bring us back to the right. Just a little bit. There we go. Recaptured it. Bring it back over to the left. G1000 with that synthetic display is awesome. We can actually see exactly where we're tracking to, which is the runway right there. Very, very nice. Eyes are locked in on these instruments. If this was real life, we would not be looking out until we got closer to minimums. Actually, I can see the runway now. Runway is in sight, so we are guaranteed a landing. That is not minimums, but we'll continue on down. We'll have to shoot this approach again, getting down to minimums. A little high there. That's fine, though. We also have visual of the runway, so it really doesn't matter. As we are at visual at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add second notch of flaps. Go, drop my nose just a little bit. There we go. We are past minimums. We're right at minimums. We're continuing. Goes third notch flaps. Yeah, sinking a little fast here. Woo! I just hair power to carry us a little further. Landing is absolutely assured. Power idle. Beautiful flare. Hold it, hold it. Beautiful touchdown. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how we shoot an ILS approach into GSP runway 4 with the Cessna 172. But you know what? We did not get down to minimum. So you know what that means? We're going to do this again. And we're going to get to minimums, because that wasn't low enough. So let me change some weather, and let's do it again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I got us back, and we are definitely in IMC type weather now. So we're just about to intercept the localizer again. So we're gonna do the exact same thing we just did. I got on autopilot right now, just kind of holding it until I can get us situated here. I think I got everything all set up. Hope I didn't mess anything up changing with the weather. But exact same approach. We just got some lower weather minimums. So Skyhawk 737 Whiskey Alpha, turn right heading 360, maintain 2,400 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS approach runway 4. And we'll say right 360, 2400 till established. Cleared ILS approach, runway 4. 737 Whiskey Alpha. At an armed approach mode 2. We'll get, like I said, we'll get it to intercept the localizer and altitude right now. And then once it kind of intercepts and grabs it, which it's doing right now, let this stabilize. Autopilot is off. We'll descend and maintain 2,300. You know, I just realized my yoke is not working. You know, I just realized it was playing the replay back. So if I stop replay, there we go. All right, I have control. I have control now. It was actually replaying the replay that I did before. So now I actually have control. All right, a little bit right of the localizer. So let's bring that back up. We're at 2,300. Don't drop below. There we go. We'll hold that until we intercept the glide slope. And a little bumpy here. Looks like now we have the wind coming from the right, whereas on the last approach it was coming, or from the left, it was coming from the right on the last approach. Just a little off on the needle, but that's fine. Here we go. We're slowly bringing it back around. You can see glide slope needle is coming down. I'm going to bring the power back a little earlier this time to help slow us down. Landing light on, taxi light on. We're already in the white arc. First notch flaps. Intercept the glide slope. There we go. Much better this time. Roll our trim forward a little bit. Help me manage our speed. Aiming for right around 75-ish on our approach speed for right now. A little slow there. Bring some power back in. Just a hair above the localizer needle, or excuse me, glide slope needle. Not bad. We're just a hair to the right of the localizer. Nothing to be concerned about with right now. We're looking real good. This should take us real low to minimums though. Oh gosh, I was trying to move my camera for y'all. There we go, that works. That way we can see over the dash, so we can see the, whatchamacallit, the runway. A little below it, so I'm just pulling back a little bit because we also got to trade off some speed. We got a little fast there. See, that helped bleed off our speed and get us back up to the glide slope. Minimums are 1150 that we're aiming for. Well, 1140, but we bugged out 1150. I turn off the flight director. That's kind of throwing me off again. Got a little high there, so pull just a little bit of power back to help us get down a little bit more. There we go. About 500 feet to go to our minimums. You know what? My altimeter might be off. That's not a good sign to hear. Don't sink. What do you mean? What do you mean don't sink? We're a little high. Wow. We're getting blown around. We're full deflection now. Something's going wrong here. We're continuing, everybody. Why am I getting terrain warnings? Okay, we see the terrain. We're still about 100 feet from minimums. I see the runway. Should we have gone missed there? More than likely, if this was real life, I would have absolutely have gone missed right there. But you know what? This is a simulator. We get to have some fun with it. We're a little high. Flaps coming in, dumping flaps. I don't know why it freaked out with our terrain there. We were high the whole time. How's that for zero visibility, though? Yeah. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you land the minimums in a Cessna 172. Yeah, the altimeter setting. Oh, it's because the altimeter setting's not right. Ooh, that's a problem. You see what happens when you don't have your altimeter setting set correctly, people? Because the airport's elevation is about 1,000 feet. It should be. Oh, let's check ForeFlight. Let's check ForeFlight. What's ForeFlight say? Let's stop here. Oh, actually, airport's elevation is 964. Did I have it right? Oh, it's right. Why did it freak out then? It should not have been giving us a terrain warning. Maybe it had something to do with my replay tool. I'm not sure. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed fun videos like this, be sure to drop a thumbs up, and we'll do some more ILS approaches down to minimums, or maybe some crazy strong wind landings or something like that. But hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.